The anger, the disappointment comes to an end. The Sacramento Kings are going to the playoffs. The Kings booked themselves a spot in the postseason party.
I heard people say that, but you know what? We all came back together, and we know this isn't a championship. We're just celebrating the moment, but it feels good, and we got a long way to go. In fact, we're not scared. It's just time to ball and see what happens. This is what you dream about right here, baby.
There are a lot of point guards in this draft, and there is a lot of reason to believe that Tyreke Evans, if not now, will be the best of all these point guards in 3 years.
With the 5th pick in the 2010 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select DeMarcus Cousins from the University of Kentucky. The Sacramento Kings select JimmerRange, Thomas Robinson, Ben McLemore,
Nick Stauskas, Willie Cauley-Stein, Yorgos Papagiannis.
The Sacramento Kings hired Dave Joerger. This comes 2 days after he was fired as the Memphis Grizzlies head coach. He replaces George Karl and becomes the Kings' 9th head coach since the team last went to the playoffs.
Cousins for the win. Yes, it's all over. Cousins wins it at the buzzer.
That DeMarcus Cousins, according to a lot of people with knowledge of the situation, think that DeMarcus Cousins will leave in free agency in 2018. Therefore, the Kings are trying to trade him as soon as possible.
He's not a bad guy. He talks a little bit at times. He's a bit temperamental. That feistiness makes him great. But in the end, it's also getting him in trouble, and he has to be careful, and somebody needs to say that.
Now, we now know that the Sacramento Kings agreed to trade DeMarcus Cousins to the Pels for a 1st and 2nd round draft pick during this NBA draft, and for 3 current Pels players, Tyreke Evans, Langston Galloway, and rookie Buddy Hield.
Are you kidding? I mean, a heist took place last night, and the Sacramento Kings should be ashamed of themselves. I don't give a damn that you don't want to pay DeMarcus Cousins. You don't let go of the best big man in basketball.
What's fascinating is that the Kings manage to always make the moves of a pawn in every transaction that they make. You're negotiating from a place of weakness when you have the best player in the trade. You have the prize.
With the 5th pick in the 2017 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select De'Aaron Fox from the University of Kentucky.
The Kings have been devoid of NBA talent. They trade away DeMarcus Cousins. They've got $50 million in cap room roughly to spend. But here in this particular case, they go to 2 proven players and get them.
Adapt on the speed of the game for sure. The basketball, when you compare it with Europe, is a lot different rules especially, but it's still basketball. You need to score.
I've been playing basketball my whole life, so as far as pressure, even at Kentucky, I didn't feel pressure. And coming into the NBA, I'm young, I'm not expected to do that much, but I have high expectations for myself, but I don't feel any pressure.
Oh, off balance, and in and out. Oh, you don't like that? You don't like NBA basketball? The 20-year-old comes flying through the air here in South Florida.
If Vlade Divac called your phone, first of all, would you answer? Second of all, would you advise him to go with Marvin Bagley or Luka Doncic?
Even the Kings can't mess this up.
With the 2nd pick in the 2018 NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Marvin Bagley III from Duke University.
Marvin Bagley III, who averaged 21 and 11 for Duke.
What went into the decision to not draft Luka Doncic and to go with Bagley at that number 2 spot?
Marvin's for us, better fit, better player, and great talent. So it was easy choice for us.
Well, they have a bright future. I think Sacramento is definitely headed in the right direction. They have a good foundation. Number 2 pick in Bagley, De'Aaron Fox, of course. Play together, stay together for a while, then they're going to be a force to reckon with in a few years.
Oh, if you don't like that, you don't like NBA basketball. Oh, boy.
the lane. Look at this. I use my speed. Little spin cycle.
This is being reported, folks, from Bleacher Report. Reportedly, Harrison Barnes, mid-game, is being traded to Sacramento for Justin Jackson and Zach Randolph.
Oh, what a pick that was. Bagley's hurt. Bagley's down on the floor. Bagley is holding on to his left knee. Shot is no good, but the concern right now is on the Kings rookie. Marvin Bagley is holding on to his knee. Bielitsa looking. Bogdanovich, 3 seconds. Bogey for the win! Bogdanovich!
3 losing seasons in LA. It's been 3 losing seasons here under Dave Joerger in Sacramento. But this is the guy that, according to sources, say that Vlade Divac wanted in 2016 before he even brought on Dave Joerger.
And just kind of, they all put their arms around me and just kind of feeling that love and appreciation from the team, from the fans. I think that's what made the transition easy, and that's what ultimately had me excited about being here long term.
Everybody's young and so hungry. They had a lot of success last year, and now we're looking to take the next step and make the playoffs. And so everybody's hungry. Everybody has the same goal in mind, and we all looking to grow together.
But here's the thing, guys. The big question is, will or will they not make the playoffs this year? And if they do make the playoffs, is that all it takes to be a successful season? Or better yet, if they don't make the playoffs, will that make this an unsuccessful season?
For the first time in his career, De'Aaron Fox can't push the pace. Slowed down by a grade 3 ankle sprain suffered Monday. Fox isn't scheduled to be reevaluated for another 3 weeks, making his return date hard to predict.
No offense to Marvin, but when one of these games going to start happening? This Luka's on a whole nother level right now. So, and I don't see him reaching Luka's level.
Holmes. Oh, if you don't like that, you don't like NBA basketball. Oh, boy. Look at this dunk over Barton. That is a thing of beauty.
Do you think De'Aaron Fox is a player worth building around?
I just don't think he can be the face of your franchise that's going to lead you to a championship. You need a greater player. Now, I'm a huge fan of his.
The Kings, they needed more wins. Now, they need a new general manager. Vlade Divac submitting his resignation one day after the Kings ended their 14th straight season without a playoff berth.
We're going to build a winning culture here where our players can grow, thrive in our aggressive system, compete hard every night. And as all loyal Kings fans, I want to become a team that consistently competes in the playoffs and ultimately contends for championship.
With the 12th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Tyrese Haliburton from Iowa State University.
Bogdanovich to the Hawks will be everything. With Trae Young and Bogdanovich, this might be the best scoring backcourt in the NBA. Bogdanovich is a guy that teams have to prep for his shoot-around.
6 more years after this, and it's just exciting. We got a new GM, a lot of new players, and we're ready to get this weird and obviously awkward season started.
High basketball IQ, a great kid. Sacramento's got a steal here, and this kid is going to be in the league for 15 years. So congrats to Tyrese, congrats to the Sacramento Kings, because right now they are the winners of the night so far.
Betu elects not to try and post up Mannion. Step back 3 on the way. Foul! Count it! Let's go for 4! Oh, welcome to California.
But this kid's only played so many games in the last 2 years, and he's only, he was, 13 games last year? I just think they got to have better communication internally and get those problems solved without using Twitter, because that damages culture.
It's hard to teach the game. Everybody should be able to think the game, and whatever the game plan is, we go execute it. If it doesn't work, then we change it up next time. But right now, we're not, even getting to step 1 yet.
Fox going to try and go to work with the... and slammed it home.
With the 9th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Davion Mitchell from Baylor University.
What do the Kings need to do to get over the hump to make a playoff push?
We just have to be more consistent. We've shown that, we have the pieces. We get past the playing game. We have to do it on a nightly basis. This season we did it for stretches, but we need to become more consistent with that.
Sacramento Kings have fired head coach Luke Walton. In 2+ seasons in Sacramento, he went 68-93. And ESPN adds that associate head coach Alvin Gentry is expected to get a strong look as the interim head coach.
I came into this and coming to Sacramento, them taking a chance on me. I'm here to help us win. Obviously the Kings haven't won in the past, haven't been in the playoffs in 15 years, but I refuse to let the culture of what the Kings have been in the past.
It is a blockbuster. The Kings are trading Tyrese Haliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson to the Pacers for Domantas Sabonis, Jeremy Lamb, and Justin Holiday. Sacramento also receiving a second-round pick.
The league is stunned at this trade and the fact that he was even available. This was a player who everyone had thought, including Tyrese Haliburton, that he'd be the cornerstone for their future.
Marvin Bagley Jr. going to the Pistons. I think the Pistons are figuring out that this kid has a tremendous amount of potential. He just needs to hit the reset button.
Quickly, and Randall quickly turns the corner. Draws the foul on Sabonis, who's incensed. He's going to get teed up by Josh Tibbin. And that might be good night for Domas.
Stojakovic, White Chocolate, Vlade Divac, that's like the last time that they were in the playoffs, and they're going to miss the playoffs again and become the longest playoff drought in the history of the NBA.
To win, I think it's important to everybody. It's definitely been difficult, I would say. I want to be a winner at the end of the day. Going into it, you don't want to lose. It's hard to try to turn a team and a franchise around, but it's something that I'm willing to, put the work in.
The Sacramento Kings have reportedly hired Golden State Warriors assistant coach Mike Brown as their new head coach. First reported by ESPN, Brown is expected to remain with the Warriors for the rest of their playoff run before making the short move to Sacramento.
With the 4th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Keegan Murray from the University of Iowa.
They got to make some moves to try to end this, 16-year drought of being in the playoffs. Now they make the trade for Herder. It's going to provide some quality depth for them, especially at the wing position.
They play up and down, and that's what I'm used to. Especially, I'm used to how Fox play. I like how Sabonis plays. I really like everybody on the team, man, because they just get up and play and know how to play together. And I think I can contribute to that a lot.
Are they going to be probably floating around that area of being in the play-in tournament? Yes, probably so. But making the playoffs in Western Conference, I definitely can't see that. I can't see that no way, no how.
Sacramento, of course, trying to end a 16-year playoff drought, the longest in NBA history. But look, there really is reason for optimism this year. I think it's fair to say this is the best roster the team has put together over that stretch.
No timeouts here for the Kings. Fox to Fox from midcourt. Got it! De'Aaron Fox called game! De'Aaron Fox silencing.
If you've been downtown during the last couple of months following a Kings victory, chances are you've seen this beautiful work of art shining in the night sky. After every Kings victory, fans eagerly rush in front of Golden One Center.
The chemistry, but and the ball movement, the player movement, them passing up good shots to get great shots, that's a reflection of what? That's a reflection of the coach, okay? When you talk about Mike Brown, let's give him some props.
A clutch performer who makes his team light the beam from the Sacramento Kings, De'Aaron Fox. Making his 3rd All-Star appearance, another King from Sacramento, Domantas Sabonis.
At the Beam team. What a great picture that is. With the win, the Kings have officially clinched a winning record for the first time since 2006. Look at the camaraderie there, and you can just tell the energy between these guys.
The anger, the disappointment comes to an end. The Sacramento Kings are going to the playoffs. The Kings booked themselves a spot in the postseason party. The Sacramento Kings are your 2023 Pacific Division champions. And why not smile about it? But there are bigger fish to hunt. Guarded by Dosunmu. They open up the floor. Fox gonna go to work. Pulls up for the winner. Got it! D-Fox with some dynamite. Blown up the Bulls. Mr. Clutch.
the Kings having not been in this situation before. The Sacramento Kings have the best clutch player in the NBA in De'Aaron Fox. Can he keep that going in a 7-game series? Can he do that enough times to keep the Warriors at bay?
Well, the chants Sacramento have been coming. So for the very first time on ABC, let's light the beam.
7 seconds left. Wiggins. And that's it. Light the beam. What a scene in Sacramento.
Sacramento Kings head coach Mike Brown is the NBA Coach of the Year. The announcement made just moments ago. The vote unanimous. That's the first time that's happened in the awards history, dating back to 1962.
I always tell people you can't be afraid to fail. Obviously, you're not going to make every shot, but my teammates, my coaches, they put me in position to succeed. So the least I can do is have confidence in myself to go take big shots.
As the Kings win on the road here in San Francisco, Mike Brown, the unanimous Coach of the Year, does a fabulous job. His team responds, and they get the victory 118-99. What a performance from the Warriors. An epic performance from Steph Curry. And such respect and love for Steve Kerr and Mike Brown, his former assistant.
The Kings won 48 games this year. That after 17 years and 16 seasons without making the playoffs, they clinched the playoff berth, and they were the 3rd seed in the West, so you're darn right. The Sacramento Kings have a lot to be proud of.
General Manager Monte McNair been named this season's NBA Basketball Executive of the Year. In his 3rd season as GM, he put together a team that ended that 16-year playoff drought for the Sacramento Kings.
It was a remarkable season for us, obviously with where we have been in the past, especially like for myself individually, just being a part of this organization, just seeing where we came from. This is a big step in the right direction.